Have you ever stopped to think about why you really buy the things you do? I'm not talking about discounts or sales tactics. I'm talking about your environment. What if I told you that the room you're sitting in right now, your phone's home screen, even the colors on the walls are quietly pushing you to spend more than you should? And here's the catch. It's not because you're weak, lazy, or undisciplined. It's because your surroundings are designed to keep you broke, and you don't even realize it. The real problem isn't your willpower. It's the silent, invisible triggers all around you, shaping your decisions without asking for permission.
In this video, I'm going to expose exactly how your environment hijacks your brain, drains your wallet, and keeps you stuck in spending cycles you don't even see coming. But more importantly, I'll show you how to flip it, how to reprogram your space, your feeds, even your daily routines to build automatic wealth habits without fighting yourself every day. Stick with me, because once you see how deep this goes, you'll never look at your surroundings or your spending the same way again. Lesson 1. The psychology of ambient influence. Most people believe that the reason they overspend comes down to bad habits or lack of discipline, but that's only half the truth. The environment you live in, your home, your workspace, your phone, is constantly shaping your choices without you realizing it. Researchers call this ambient influence. It's the invisible mental nudge that makes you spend a little more, snack a little more, scroll a little more. Why? Because your brain is wired for comfort and familiarity. If the spaces around you are filled with spending triggers, like ads, notifications, or even clutter, it primes you to take the path of least resistance. That path usually leads straight to impulse spending. This isn't accidental. Everything from store layouts to social media feeds is designed to manipulate your brain's natural desire for ease. Once you understand how subtle these influences are, you'll realize that changing your behavior without changing your environment is like swimming upstream with weights on your ankles. Discipline isn't enough if your environment works against you. And here's where this gets even more practical. Because once you start noticing these invisible triggers, you can finally do something about them. Let's break it down. Say you work from home, and every time you sit at your desk, there's a pile of unopened packages or receipts nearby. Even if you're not consciously thinking about spending, your brain registers those items as normal. Spending becomes the background noise of your daily life. But when you flip that, when your workspace is clean, when your financial goals are written out and placed right where you can see them, your environment starts working for you, not against you. Another example. Let's talk about your kitchen. If the first thing you see when you open the pantry is junk food or expensive snacks, your brain connects home with spending on convenience. But if the first thing you see is healthy, affordable ingredients, you cook more, save more, feel better. Small moves, big impact. That's how you use environment as leverage.
Lesson 2. Why your phone is your biggest spending trigger. Think your phone is just a communication tool? Think again. Your smartphone is likely the most powerful shopping assistant you've ever owned, and it works against you. Every notification, every limited time offer you see while scrolling is engineered to bypass your rational brain and hit your emotional brain. Amazon knows it. Instagram knows it. TikTok definitely knows it. That one-click purchase button? It's there to bypass your decision-making process entirely. The result? You're spending money not because you need something, but because your phone made it feel urgent or rewarding in the moment. The good news? You don't have to give up your phone, but you do need to reprogram it. Turn off retail notifications. Move shopping apps into hidden folders. Use grayscale mode to reduce dopamine spikes. Your phone can still be your tool, but right now, it's a trap.
So, how do you take back control from your phone before it drains your wallet again? It starts with friction. The easier it is to buy, the more likely you will. Your goal is to add just enough friction to break the autopilot. For example, move your most tempting shopping apps, Amazon, DoorDash, eBay, off your home screen. Better yet, hide them inside folders labeled with guilt-free honesty, like, "Do you really need this?" or "Save or spend." That pause might be all you need to think twice. Another powerful tactic: disable biometric logins for your shopping apps. If you have to type in your entire password manually every time you want to check out, it makes impulse buying annoying, and annoying is good. You can also use browser extensions that block retail sites or delay them by 10 seconds to force a moment of awareness. Every second you delay a purchase, your logical brain has time to catch up. It's not about deleting everything. It's about designing friction to protect your future self.
Lesson 3: The spending power of physical space. Now let's talk about your physical environment. Your living room, your kitchen, even your bedroom. Studies show that cluttered environments increase stress levels, and stressed brains spend more to relieve discomfort. Think about it. How many times have you ordered takeout just because your kitchen was messy and cooking felt overwhelming? It's not just laziness, it's environmental psychology at work. The layout of your home either encourages wealth-building behaviors or triggers financial leaks. Is your dining table covered in unopened mail and impulse buys? Is your credit card sitting within arm's reach while you watch TV? These small details are not accidents, they are systems. And right now, your space might be working for someone else's profit, not yours. The shift begins when you intentionally design your space to promote good decisions. Clean counters lead to home-cooked meals. Organized desks lead to focused work. And focused work leads to more income.
Here's how you make this work in real life. Start with zones. Divide your spaces into areas of spending and areas of saving. Example: if your kitchen table has become the default drop zone for online orders, receipts, or unopened bills, create a financial command center instead. Set up a small folder or box labeled Money Decisions Only. Everything related to spending or saving goes there, nowhere else. That way, when you sit down to eat or work, you're not surrounded by visual reminders of consumption. Another trick? Use the visibility principle. Put things that encourage good financial behavior in plain sight. A visible meal plan on the fridge leads to fewer impulsive takeout orders. A physical piggy bank or savings jar sitting near your entryway reminds you of your goals daily. Rearrange your living room so the TV isn't the centerpiece. Make books, journals, or project materials more visible instead. Physical environment isn't just decoration, it's strategy, and strategy builds wealth.
Lesson 4: Social media, the hidden marketplace you didn't notice. Let's not kid ourselves. Social media isn't just a way to keep up with friends anymore. It's a full-blown marketplace, disguised as entertainment. Every influencer wearing a new outfit, every ad in the middle of your scroll, every haul video, it's all selling you something. And the scariest part is, it's working. Why?
Because social media doesn't just sell products, it sells lifestyles. And when you feel like you're falling behind, you buy not for utility, but to catch up. That's environmental influence at its peak, creating a false sense of need where none existed before. If you want to break free, you need to curate your digital space the same way you would your physical space. Follow creators who teach, not sell. Hide ads. Set time limits on apps. Every minute you scroll is a purchase waiting to happen, or a choice to build something better.
So, how do you actually win against this hidden marketplace living in your phone? Start by curating your feed like your future depends on it, because it does. Unfollow accounts that make you feel behind, broke, or not enough. Seriously, if someone's content constantly makes you think, "I should have that too," cut it off. Instead, follow creators who teach skills, share financial wisdom, or show you how to build, not just buy. Another smart move: set a strict no scrolling before noon rule. Morning scrolling puts you in reactive mode, priming your brain for distraction and spending all day. You can also install browser or app blockers that hide ads automatically. Turn your feed into a learning environment, not a shopping trap. And one of my favorites? Replace haul or unboxing videos with financial or productivity channels. Imagine swapping 10 hours a week of impulse-driven content for strategies that grow your income. It's not about quitting social media, it's about controlling it before it controls your wallet.
Lesson 5. The myth of just have more discipline. Here's a hard truth. Discipline isn't your problem. Your environment is. Motivation fades. Willpower drains. But systems, they last. Think about junk food. If you leave cookies on the counter, you'll eat them eventually, no matter how motivated you felt Monday morning. The same goes for spending. If your spaces, physical or digital, are full of spending triggers, you're going to spend. It's not weakness, it's human nature. That's why people who build wealth don't rely on motivation. They design environments that remove friction from good decisions. Imagine this. 2 people want to stop online shopping. One deletes the apps and logs out of their accounts. The other leaves everything in place and promises to try harder. Who's going to win long term? Exactly. It's not about being stronger, it's about being smarter with your space. So, how do you build this smarter system instead of relying on pure discipline? Start with default settings. Defaults are powerful because they remove decisions altogether. For example, set up automatic transfers to your savings account the moment your paycheck arrives. That way, saving happens before you even get a chance to spend. Next, design friction around your spending habits. If you're always tempted to order takeout, delete stored payment methods from delivery apps. That extra minute of typing card info forces your brain to ask, do I really want this, or is this just convenience talking? Want to stop late-night impulse buying? Charge your phone across the room before bed. And here's a secret most people miss. Involve other people. Tell a friend or partner about your financial goals and give them permission to call you out on impulse buys. Discipline alone is a myth. Systems win because they don't rely on your mood or energy. They work whether you're motivated or not.
Lesson 6. How to reprogram your spaces for wealth. Ready for the part nobody talks about? Reprogramming your environment for wealth isn't complicated. It's just deliberate. Start by removing visual spending triggers. Move shopping apps into folders called "Do you really need this?" Clean your desk.
Organize your finances visibly. Get a whiteboard for tracking goals. Make your home feel like a place for building wealth, not spending it. Every object in your space should either serve a purpose or stay out of sight. Next, make your financial goals obvious. Put reminders on your fridge. Change your phone's lock screen to your savings goal. Humans are visual creatures. We act on what we see the most. Want to start investing more? Put the app on your home screen. Want to stop ordering takeout? Keep your kitchen ready to go. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems.
Want more practical moves? Start thinking of your environment like financial autopilot. One of the best tricks is creating what I call wealth anchors. Objects in your environment that constantly remind you of your bigger goals. Example, place a sticky note on your mirror that says, "Does this purchase bring me closer to freedom or debt?" It sounds simple, but visual repetition works. You can also build zones of intent in your home. Maybe you set up a small wealth corner with a journal, a calculator, or even printed goals where you review your finances once a week. Make it comfortable, make it yours. Another move? Reverse temptation by making bad spending inconvenient. If you always impulse buy online, uninstall shopping apps, or remove saved credit card info. Want next-level commitment? Create a 48-hour rule for any purchase over a set amount and put that rule in writing on your fridge or desk. When your environment reminds you who you want to become, wealth stops being an accident, it becomes the plan.
Lesson 7. Tiny tweaks, massive results. Here's where it gets fun. It doesn't take massive changes to see massive results. Studies show that tiny environmental tweaks can create long-term behavior shifts. Move your phone charger across the room, you'll scroll less at night. Put a sticky note on your computer with your investment goal, you'll think twice before buying another thing you don't need. It's not about overhauling your life, it's about stacking small advantages that compound over time. Think of your environment like compound interest. One tweak might not seem like much, but stack 10 or 20 of them, and you've got a system that builds wealth in the background of your life. Most people look for one giant change to solve their financial problems. The truth? It's the small, boring adjustments that separate the financially free from the constantly broke.
Let's break this down into moves you can actually use today. Start with visual triggers. For example, if you're saving for something big, like a car or a house, print a picture of that goal and tape it to your computer, fridge, or even your wallet. That small, constant reminder shifts your brain from spend now to build for later. Another practical move? Rearrange your spending environment. If you tend to buy snacks or junk every time you go to a store, try shopping with a list and commit to sticking only to that list. Or shop online for groceries with pickup, where you're not exposed to temptation aisles. Want to save more? Use visual scarcity. Carry cash for discretionary spending, not cards. When you see the money leaving your hand, it hurts more, and that's good. Even moving the apps you should use, budget trackers, investing platforms, to the first page of your phone reinforces better choices. Small tweaks, massive impact over time.
Lesson 8. Final shift. Your environment is either quietly trapping you in cycles of spending or launching you into a future of financial freedom. And it's your choice. The way you set up your spaces, curate your feeds, organize your routines, it all matters more than motivation, more than discipline, more than good intentions. Financial success isn't about grinding harder, it's about building smarter systems. Right now, your environment is working for someone's wealth. The question is, whose? Stick around, because in the next videos, I'll be breaking down specific strategies to build environments that don't just protect your wealth, but multiply it. And once you master this, you won't need more motivation. You'll have momentum.
Now, let's talk about how you actually reprogram your environment for wealth building, step by step. Start with physical reminders of identity. Write down, "I am someone who builds wealth," and place it on your bathroom mirror. Why? Because identity drives behavior. You don't just want to save, you want to become the kind of person who saves as a natural reflex. Next, restructure your spaces with intentional placement. Put your journal or financial tracker where you can't ignore it. Example, place it on your pillow so you see it before bed. Want to save more aggressively? Use the separation method. Open a second savings account labeled Future Freedom or Investment Money. Psychologically, you're less likely to touch it. Digital environment matters too. Replace your phone wallpaper with your biggest financial goal or a quote that reminds you of long-term thinking. The goal isn't perfection, it's momentum. The more you shape your surroundings, the more they shape you right back. Wealth isn't just numbers, it's environment, identity, and daily action.
And here's the truth most people miss. Your environment is shaping you whether you realize it or not. It's not just about willpower. It's not just about budgeting apps or motivational quotes. It's about building a world around you that makes wealth building easier. When you start shifting the spaces where you live, work, and scroll, you're not just changing your surroundings, you're changing who you are. Wealth isn't something you chase, it's something you build, one intentional choice at a time, one habit, one room, one screen. And here's the best part. It doesn't take huge dramatic shifts. It's the little things that add up. Change your desk, clean your apps, write your goals, protect your focus. If you start today, future you is going to thank you, and that's a guarantee.
If this video opened your eyes to something you've never thought about before, don't keep it to yourself. Drop a like so this message reaches more people. Share this video with a friend who's ready to level up financially. And if you want to keep learning strategies that actually work, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've got more coming that'll change the way you think about money forever. Let's build it together.